All right, Shalom. This is One by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem, Harakah Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. It's going to be a quick, impromptu lesson uh, showing the vibration that the nation of Edom gives off. And those that have eyes to see or that haven't been exposed to them yet, they still have that same reaction we had when they took us into slavery. All right. Some of these nations around the world never encountered Edomite. But you see, there's a video called Black Man the Traveler on YouTube. If you watch his page, other brothers out there in different countries like Japan, China, India, and you'll see Jake walking to these areas, and people will be mesmerized. You know, they little overbearing. Try to grab your hair, touch your hair, feel your skin, things like that. They're a little dramatic, but they admire our people. Some of them hate us, some of them jealous. You know, with admiration comes jealousy as well. But when Esau walk up, oh man, they're known as the colonizer. You know, and you look at all the statements that the Native Americans, the Gadites, called them. All right, but they deem as Europeans now. But most of them are really Edomites. All right. Now you're gonna have some speckled bird Israelites that look like Esau, so it's not towards them. But I want to show the reaction and then her statement at the end when she walks into this village over there in Laos. It seemed like something over there in Asia somewhere or Laos. So let's play it and look at their reaction, man. You'd think somebody walked in with the damn Grinch costume on. Or you see them little kids in the classroom and somebody coming with a scary ass costume and scare the shit out of them. It's crazy. Like, like get the fuck out of here. And they're not playing either. They really like traumatized. And she think it's funny. See that? But watch what she say. She said these kids are smart. They know what those people do. See, she said it. Listen to her. Whoa. See that? So maybe they have encountered them. Maybe they have history with them. But she said these kids are smart. They know what Esau does. You know, that's why it says your wives shall not mourn you. Eat them, the men. All right, because they know how vile of a person the Edomite and the Shedemite can be. So let's get a couple scriptures real quick, man. I don't want to be too long on this topic. Make it fast. Said they know what her people do. Damn. And it's crazy because in America they're trying to whitewash history with what you call wokeism, so that the next generation won't look back and know what they did to us in slavery. They're trying to take the fight away from us. You know, trying to take the hope of freedom away from us. This is John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil. See, Esau that deceiver, spoken of in Revelations 12. This is the serpent and Satan and the devil. It's talking about Esau, the deceiver, and you know that conquered the whole damn world. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and you can go all the way back to Cain and Abel. You know, Esau, that spiritual vagabond on the earth, and they've taken everything from everybody, taken names, they've taken heritages, lands, lives, you know, broken up families, identities, stolen identities, and now they're trying to take our birthright. But the Lord said he was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So you see Esau walking up, you're looking at the father of lies. You see Trump, he's part of their forefather or the father of lies. See, the rumor has gone out about these devils. That's why in the kingdom, these nations gonna have no problem putting a foot in their ass for us. I remember we was out teaching one time, and this Hamite came up, tall Hamite, back when the Jacksonville landing was around. Security, they was trying to get us from in front of the landing, the mall, and the Hamite switched. He said, "Look, you said they're going to slavery someday?" And we were like, "Yeah, we're gonna have you whoop them for us." He was like, "I will do this for you. I will do this for you." Look at that, you know. So Micah 2:1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. And when Esau sought to have dominion, once they came out from under the what's the word? The control of King David and Solomon, you know, King David and Solomon were putting hell on them Edomites. They even set up garrisons and troops in their areas. Um, and then the scriptures say Esau sought to have dominion. And since then, they've been devising nothing but iniquity and working evil, because it's in the power of their hand to do so. And they covet fields. See that? Now, those children that's running, they must have a history with Esau. I might do some, if it's that serious, I might do some research on Laos and see what Esau did to them. Or they probably heard the stories of what Esau did to our people. that sent shockwaves around the world. That echoed around the world, all right? And they covet fields. They take them from through greed, ill-gotten gain. They'll take your land, call them colonizers, and take them by violence. So when them children see her, they know that the male is somewhere around, and they know these people got demons on them. They deal with witchcraft. Um, there was a book I was reading dealing with the gorillas over there in the Congo. I'm real fascinated with gorillas and lions and wolves. But gorillas, there was a woman over there, Edomite, and she was videotaping them. And she was the first one that created today what you see online for the gorillas. You'll see people communicating, doing certain vocal call, talking to them, calming them down. She was the first one that studied that and created the conversation with the gorillas, sign language, things like that. Uh, but when people who see her, they thought she was a witch. It's crazy, man. All right. When they saw Esau, they thought she was a witch over there recording those gorillas, and she played into it. She started leaving red hair in different places, like trying to scare the villagers. She was even robbing them with a firearm, taking their necklaces, pendants off their neck. Ultimately, they wound up slaughtering her. Um, the villagers, because they thought she was a witch. All right. So they covet fields and they take them by violence, and houses. and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, man. So this is why they're running, because of the backstory of these Edomites. All right. Yeah, you can say it's a color too, because Esau don't know that they're different. They think they're the what do you say? My parents used to say that shit. Best thing since something, hot food. Esau think they're the best thing smoking right now. There you go. But when really they're the minority. He say he sent the ambassador amongst the heathen. All right. So I'll make you small amongst the heathen. So verse 3, therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil. So the Lord got a plan for Esau, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. All right. So this was really talking about Jake's as well, but this falls on Esau now, all the curses and the judgment. They're the ones that are take and covet your damn field. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine. No, verse 4. For behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. See all that laughing and giggling? That's folly and wickedness, man. You know, Esau, man, it says that's that Roman mentality, pagan. Behold, like devilish mentality. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. That's Israel. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine through their philosophy, through their demonocracy, their business. That's how they transgress. They continually sin, taking lands from people, taking lives, breaking up families, adultery, idolatry, you know, uh, covetousness. He is a proud man. See, they became proud because they conquered the whole earth, damn near. So their women are proud too. And it says what? Neither keepeth at home. See that? They don't even know where their home is anymore. The land of Edom, or that's going to be gone soon. It's going to be given to Jake. All right, the caves, Petra. Now today they got America and Europe, and they don't stay in their own country. They always going out conquering. You see, remember the National Geographic? You see Esau everywhere, and the next thing you know, they're going to war, taking that land. They sent one Edomite, and he said, "I'm just here studying the natives," just like on Pocahontas, studying the natives. Oh, this is cool. They treat them like being all sympathetic to Esau and all that, sympathizers. Then the next thing you know, the cavalry shows up, and then they take you, they demolish you. It says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. They even become proud against God. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. So anywhere they set their desires, they're going to bring hell to it, sorrow, death. And that's what these children are running from. She said, these children are smart. They know what her people did. It's deep, man. She ashamed of it. And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. All right. So when she walk up, they know. They're like, yeah, she part of the colonizers, man. She here to spew her deception and begin to um, throw paint over their truth or over the truth. No, it's okay. All that smiles and shit. Probably bringing all kind of chemicals over there that they don't use and food that they don't eat. Unhealthy shit, snacks. get this real quick. This is Genesis 4 and 14. It says, "Behold, thou hast driven me out this day." And this was Cain talking. And that same spirit of Cain came back as Edom. It said, "Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth." That's what Esau is. They're a fugitive. Criminals. The word crime goes back to the word crimson, which means red. And criminal, you have to have a victim. And the victim is Israel first. And then the victim is also these nations. The victim is also the earth. And the perpetrator is Esau. So they're a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. So the Lord got a target on his back. A fugitive. A vagabond. Steal everything from you. You know? And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And that day is coming. All right? Right now, they running from him. But when that day comes, Esau going to be running. They're not going to be so proud to rear out their ugly face. All right? Hebrews 12 and 16. "Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau." All right? Idolatry, bringing their Christianity and witchcraft and Caesar Borgia, the devil. They bring that image and put it over there as well. Or profane person as Esau. They're profane, man. "Who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright." So they try to act like they got faith. They don't. They're a faithless nation. Israel's going to live by faith, not Esau. It's been proven when they sold their birthright. Job 30 and 1. "But now they that are younger than I have me in derision." All right. So Esau was the older brother of our nation, but we come first. All right. But what Job was saying is these little YNs, well, I say descendants of these nations or people, their forefathers were so lesser than the dogs, but they disrespecting Job. Same thing today. Esau, their forefathers, what they did, scripture said that they were going to dwell in the dust, but they think that, but their mind was going to be lifted up, feeling like they're doing everything right. But the scriptures say that the soul that is lifted up in him is not upright, man. It's not righteous. So their forefathers were not righteous. They were murderers from the beginning. And that's not a good thing. They're like, yeah, right? Isn't that victorious? Look at Alexander the Greek. He conquered everything. He's our hero. All the stuff he did, man, that's not a good thing. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. They'll say, yeah, Esau touched a dog. And that ain't what the scripture focusing on. It's focusing saying these people are lesser than dogs, lesser than Job's dogs, but they disrespecting them. You know, so the same thing with Esau today. They walk around proud and mighty and disrespecting our people and the Native Americans, et cetera, et cetera. But really what they did was abomination. Shameful. The Lord says shame shall cover them for what they did to the children of Israel. Right now they don't feel that shame. All right. As a collective. So Isaiah 57 and 21. No, 17. No, let's go to 20. "But the wicked are like the troubled sea." They're like a troubled sea, man. They're like a thirsty lion that goes about seeking whom it may devour. And a lion can't have rest till it eats. That's like a form of suffering, because the Lord gonna take the prey away from him, starve his ass out, and he gonna break out his teeth. But the wicked are like the troubled sea, all right, chaotic, man. When it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. Anything they do, man, they say it enlarges its desires as hell. They cast up mire, dirt, chaos. It just doesn't rest and shit. Think about it, man. It's just uneasy ass spirit with Esau, the law of the jungle type of mindset. They say Jacob was a tent dweller, like a lion, building a tribe, building a family. But now they've taught our people the law of the jungle. That's why that scripture could fall on 2/3. Now they got this term called YNs, meaning these are Jakes. That's basically the spawn of Frankenstein of Esau. This is what they created, the outcome. So that's why the Lord said this: there is no peace, saith Yahweh, to the wicked. All right, and someday they're going to say this right here. This is Isaiah 14 and 15. Let's go to 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. This is how far Esau want to reach. They got space stations out in space, man. They're trying to go to other planets. That's why the Lord's showing up and about to shut this damn whole system down. And I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. All right. So they want to go out into space and rule from space, and they're out there now in what you would call the exosphere, with satellites and such. It says, I will also sit upon the mount of the congregation. They want to rule over the Israelites. Where? In the sides of the north. So they want to rule over us over here in what they call the Americas. That's why they built this place, for a place of economy having servants. All right. With economy, you have to have a rich and a poor if there's no barter system. Or, anyway, it says, they've said this, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And they've been doing that ever since the land of Edom. They were building their walls up real high and on the plateau. And it was in their heart to be like the Most High. They want to rule the world. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They're going to be taken right to the pits. All right? They ain't going to be all roaming around, giggling and shit, looking like Ronald McDonald walking around. Got blood all over his hands and shit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee. All right? And consider thee. They're going to be looking at you with confidence. Like, damn, now they running, but they're going to be like, look at this motherfucker. It's you the whole time, huh? And consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Shook kingdoms, man. All right? And you can still see the tremors of that shaking when them children running. Pressing that fear upon the minds of those children, man. She was just giggling away. She used to go apologize to him. She said, these children are smart. They know what her people did. Well, you should start apologizing. So just leave. Have respect. Say, you know what? Yeah, all fairness, I'm out. It says they're gonna look upon you and upon them and say, is this the man? Talking about Esau. They say the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, and they shook our kingdom, and they caused us to tremble. That made the world as a wilderness, and see, they own the whole world. Job 9:24, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. So all the nations gonna get their lands, but they're gonna be under us in servitude. But thou art cast out of thy grave. So Esau gonna be cast out of his resting place, or of their grave, right? Um, now, but thou art cast out of thy grave, and their resting place is gonna be in servitude. It said Esau gonna lift up his eyes in hell. You know, the beggar and the rich man. You know, the grave represents the end of something or a dead condition. Um, but thou art cast out of thy grave. So Esau gonna be cast out of the land of Edom and out of their rulership seat, like an abominable branch. Like, you know, as the raiment of those that are slain. So a dead body that got old, ripped up garments on it from 100 years ago. Esau's gonna be cast out as that is. It says, thrust through with the sword that goeth down to the stones of the pit. Man, that's gonna be bad when they go down this into the pit. It's crazy, man. As a carcass trodden underfoot. Wow. So that's what's coming to him. Thou shalt not be joined with them in the burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned, shall never be famous, man, and have popularity and for anything good. The Lord gonna put them away. And they talking about a new world order. They say, how can something that's finite create something infinite? So they'll never get that new world order that they're trying to get. The Lord said this: prepare slaughter for His children. Even this woman here, she walking around like, she know what our people did. Well, you got a judgment coming for that. Most High is gonna judge you for that. Your mouth was a witness. Said it yourself. So the Lord got a judgment for that. Prepare slaughter for His children, male and female. That's what's coming. That's what the Lord gonna do. He's gonna bring that slaughter from Yahweh Shai, His holy angels, and His elect, and from the nations. Prepare slaughter for His children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. When you see Edomite show up, these people in the villages know, yeah, they trying to take over. They bring diseases, all of that. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there, man. This is something that caught my attention. And when she said that, I'm gonna play it one more time. Yeah, when I saw this, it was reminiscent of like the movie Roots. If you watch the newer version, when Esau showed up and Jake saw his first Edomite, and he walked through, he looked at him like, "Damn, that's the devil right there." The fuck is that? Yeah, so, she's crying. Yeah, he hated her ass. He wanted her gone. She said, "Ouch." Look, hey, why she still chasing him then? See, she said, "What? These kids are smart. These kids are smart. They know what Esau does." That's what she just said, basically. For short. So I'm gonna end it there, man. Hopefully this was edifying real quick, and just another rebuke on these devils. And I'm gonna end it there and say shalom.